Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I have another breakup story to share. And if you have a breakup story, please visit writemac.com, send it in, and maybe I'll make a YouTube video out of it possibly. And if you have a comment about this video, or you have some insight, you have a recommendation, you have a book to offer the person, put it in the comments below. And if you like the video, throw me a thumbs up. Let's get into it. Mac, first and foremost, I want to thank you for listening to me. Well, I'm reading the letter, right? On October 15th, 18, my boyfriend told me he needed a break after 1.5 years of dating. We met online. He emailed me back and forth for 3 months. He is a widower. At that time, it had been about a year since his wife had passed. They were married for 37 years. Wow. 37 years. That's a fine achievement in the marriage world. I've been divorced for over 12 years. I was hesitant about dating a widower, so we took it slow. Why would you be hesitant about a widower? I mean, we did not meet actually for 3 months after we started talking, so you met online, I guess. He has a 31-year-old married son and a 28-year-old daughter that lives at home with him and her boyfriend. Yeah, that probably will be a problem because what happens is that's their house. And if they're living at home, they might be living off the father a little bit, and that's a threat. Well, his kids thought he was ready to date, so after a couple of months meeting for lunches, we decided it was time that I met the kids and their spouses. Well, it did not go over with his daughter at dinner. That's the one that lives with him, right? At dinner, we sat across from each other. As we went to hold my hand, she lost it. Would not talk, would not look at me, so I and my adult daughter felt uncomfortable, so we said goodnight. What else are you going to do? From that moment on, she hated me. That's a strong word. I was not allowed to go to his home, and if she was home. Well, she's basically saying this is my house. And if her mom and her dad were married for 37 years, it was probably very hard for her to see, but she needs to get over that. And she actually, at 28 years old, at some point she needs to move out. He stayed with me once or twice a week. I mean, let me take that back. If the father's accepting that she lives at home, he needs to stand up and go, I really like this woman or love this woman, and you need to deal with it. He stayed with me once or twice a week. We always had a good time, no hateful words. Well, you've used hate twice. We talked about his daughter and how to handle it. I did not realize that his idea was to toss me away. All he said, he was having a panic attack. Well, that's serious. And he needed to take a break, and I asked, are we breaking up? His answer was yes, he guessed. Well, if he was married to the same woman for 37 years, it's going to be extremely difficult to get into a relationship with someone else without his daughter's support. I'm not saying he's wrong or right. I'm not saying his daughter's wrong or right. In fact, I think his daughter's being highly selfish. But for a variety of reasons, being out of a 37-year marriage, that's going to be tough. So don't take this personal. This isn't you, it's circumstance. I cried, of course. We are not kids, 53 and 56. I have not texted him once since he left. I'm not a person that chases anyone. Well, good for you. My safety net has always been to chuck it in the fuck it bucket. Your safety net. Okay, so, well, I mean, that could be a good thing, but you do need to clear things up before you chuck it in the fuck it bucket to make sure you're clear on what happened and why. The fact that you cried and you took this to the heart, it wasn't your fault. But I have never been in love either, LOL. So yes, you've never been in love, but you were married. So yes, I'm definitely upset still. I could not reach out even if I wanted to, because the thought of being hurt more by this man would kill me. Strong words. Don't take it that far. Thank you for letting me tell my story. I also want to thank you for being honest with your videos. Well, thank you for saying thank you. She also sent sorry, forgot to tell you this. His daughter and boyfriend pretty much controlled the house. If I were at dinner with the family, I was not to talk to her or hold his hand. Well, that's ridiculous. But if the boyfriend that you were seeing at 56 or 53 years old accepted that, then your relationship was never going to be approved. And if he's under the daughter's thumb, that's his choice, and that's probably not going to change. Whenever you're dealing with someone that has kids, whether they're older or younger, they're always going to be a part of the relationship, and they're never going to have an immediate acceptance for you unless they just like you. It's not about love. When you have family, you just love them regardless, unconditional. And I think with her, if she's living at the house, she probably doesn't want someone threatening her household, because if she's living at home, obviously her and her boyfriend want to secure the house. It's their house. Silly, petty things. He told me he was afraid of his daughter never talking to him. Well, that's an honest fear. It's not fair to him, but that at 56 years old, that's what he's willing to accept and value. He's putting his daughter first. I mean, that's up to him. My last words were to help, and please remember that I loved him. But you said earlier that you'd never been in love. His reply was he knew, well, 3 months as of the 15th this month, not a word from him. Bottom line is, don't take this personal with circumstance. Go out there and date again. Go on offense. This isn't the only man out there, and it wasn't about you. It wasn't about you being a bad partner. It was about the daughter, and the individual or this man had to make a decision, dealing with his daughter giving him a hard time or going through with the relationship, and he chose not to deal, to take his daughter's side. Had nothing to do with you as a person or an individual or the quality of girlfriend or partner you were. So you need to move forward and embrace the fact that you could probably meet someone else that would appreciate you and possibly doesn't have a daughter that's so unaccepting and unreasonable at 28 years old. So I hope that helps you. Please visit rightmac.com if you've got a breakup story or if you'd like to book a live coaching session. Thank you for supporting the channel.